boundaries. The death toll from cyclone Idai that smashed into Mozambique and Zimbabwe rose to more than 300 as rescuers raced against the clock to help survivors, and the United Nations led the charge to provide aid. In Mozambique, several aid agencies are assisting government efforts in the search and rescue operations and in the distribution of food aid.
Rescue crews have been struggling to reach many of those stranded, and aid groups have said many survivors were trapped in Mozambique, surrounded by wrecked roads, flattened buildings and submerged villages. Regional Medical Rescue Service, IPSS, released a video of its team members jumping into floodwaters in Beira and swimming to rescue a family stranded by the floods. Cyclone winds and floods that swept across Beira affected more than 2.6 million people. Beira is also home to Mozambique's second largest port, which serves as a gateway to landlocked countries in the region. According to government estimates, about 600,000 people may be affected in Mozambique.
Yesterday, we buried 42 bodies, and more graves are being manually dug now with hoes. We are just mobilizing ourselves as a community, and we have not received financial help from the government.
The floods have destroyed houses and roads. Some people survived, but others died. Me and my family, we climbed on my neighbor's rooftop, but then the water came, we went down.
The distribution of food aid started in Mozambique, aiming to reach victims. Hundreds of people are pitching tents in schools and churches. Zimbabwe's President Emmerson Mnangagwa visited the country's flooded Chimanimani area. At least 20,000 houses have been partially damaged. In the southeastern town of Chipinge, 600 others were completely destroyed.
We need to make sure we understand the quantum of devastation in order for us to mobilize resources to deal with the situation as it stands.
UN officials said Cyclone Idai could rank as one of the worst weather-related disasters recorded in the Southern Hemisphere. The European Union has announced an initial emergency aid package to Mozambique, Malawi and Zimbabwe for logistical support to reach affected people, emergency shelters, hygiene, sanitation and healthcare. Britain has pledged up to 8 million shillings in aid.